Camera zoom in the grand penthouse of Taehyung's empire. The atmosphere was usually filled with power and sophistication. Today, however, a different kind of tension was palpable. Y/N had accepted a dare from friends to ignore Taehyung for an entire week. The consequences of this seemingly harmless challenge were about to unfold. Seated across from Taehyung, you struggled to maintain your composure. The challenge felt more daunting than you had anticipated. Y/N, you've been distant for a whole day. Is something wrong? Taehyung asked, his voice carrying an edge of concern. You forced a casual smile, though it felt fake. It's nothing, Taehyung. Just need some space. Taehyung's brows furrowed slightly, but he chose to remain silent, his worry turning into frustration. Camera zoom out. Camera zoom in. By the second day, Taehyung's confusion had deepened into emotional pain. He was in his study, attempting to focus on work, but thoughts of Y/N's distant behavior plagued his mind. The normally controlled Mafia King was beginning to unravel. Taehyung slammed his fist on the desk, causing papers to scatter. His frustration was evident in the way he paced back and forth. The emotional pain was becoming unbearable, and he started to exhibit signs of self-destructive behavior. He snapped at his staff and threw objects in his office. One of his trusted aides, observing the distress, approached cautiously. "Sir, is everything all right? You seem off." Taehyung barely looked up, his voice rough. "Nothing's right. Just get out." The aide left, concerned but respecting Taehyung's privacy. Alone, Taehyung sank into his chair, his anger giving way to a deep, aching sadness. He struggled to understand why Y/N's behavior was affecting him so profoundly. Camera zoom out. Camera zoom in. On the third day, Y/N met with friends for a quick coffee break. The conversation turned to the dare, and you couldn't hide your growing distress. "I can't keep doing this," you confessed, stirring your coffee absent-mindedly. "Taehyung's been so cold and distant. It's like he's shutting himself off, and it's tearing me apart." One of your friends, Sarah, looked at you with concern. "I know it's hard, but you can't quit now. Think about how much attention this will get. You're so close to finishing the dare." Another friend, Lisa, chimed in. "Besides, it's just a week. Taehyung's strong. He'll get over it. If you quit now, it'll be a waste." You sighed, feeling the weight of their pressure. "But he's really struggling. His anger, it's intense. I'm worried about how this is affecting him." Sarah placed a reassuring hand on your shoulder. "You've come this far. If you back out now, you'll regret it. Just hang in there a bit longer." Despite your reservations, you reluctantly agreed to continue, feeling the pressure from your friends outweighing your own concerns. Camera zoom out. Camera zoom in. As the days progressed, Taehyung's emotional state continued to deteriorate. On the fourth day, he had isolated himself from everyone, including Y/N. His anger had turned inward, and he began to hurt himself emotionally, feeling as though he was failing as a husband. He found himself in the dining room one evening, staring blankly at an empty chair across from him. His hands trembled as he poured a drink, his mind racing with thoughts of inadequacy and rejection. When Y/N entered the room, the sight of Taehyung's broken demeanor struck her deeply. She hesitated, unsure of how to address the situation without revealing the dare. Taehyung looked up, his eyes darkened with pain. "Why are you doing this to me? What have I done wrong?" You struggled to maintain your composure. It's not about you. I just need some space. Taehyung's eyes filled with tears, his anger replaced by a deep sadness. It feels like you don't care at all. I'm trying to fix this, but it's tearing me apart. Yn heart breaks, she tries to say something but he just leaves. Camera zoom out. On the 6th day, Taehyung reached his breaking point. He had endured days of emotional turmoil and was on the verge of a complete breakdown. The emotional wounds he inflicted on himself had left him feeling shattered. You approached him with a heavy heart, finally ready to end the dare. Taehyung, there's something I need to tell you. It's not what you think. Taehyung turned to face you, his expression a mix of confusion and anguish. What do you mean? I've been trying to understand, but all I feel is pain. With a deep breath, you revealed the truth. The reason I've been distant, it's part of a dare. I never meant for it to hurt you. Taehyung's eyes widened in shock and hurt. A dare. You've been ignoring me and causing all this pain for a dare? Tears streamed down your face as you approached him. I'm so sorry, Taehyung. I never realized it would affect you like this. Taehyung's anger flared, his voice trembling with emotion. You think it's a joke? You've made me question everything, and now I find out it was all for a dare? Camera zoom out. Camera zoom in the next day, you worked hard to make amends. You organized a heartfelt dinner, setting up a table with Taehyung's favorite dishes. As he entered, the sight of the carefully arranged table brought a mixture of surprise and sadness to his eyes. Taehyung looked at you, his voice softening. What is all this? You met his gaze with a mix of apology and relief. I wanted to make it right. I'm truly sorry for how this has affected you. Taehyung's anger subsided, replaced by a deep sadness. I've been hurting so much, and now I understand it was all because of a dare. I thought you were angry with me. You took his hands in yours, tears in your eyes. I love you, Taehyung. I never meant to hurt you. Please forgive me. Taehyung held you close, his voice filled with emotion. I love you too. Let's move past this and focus on our future. Camera zoom out. Camera zoom in the days following, you and Taehyung worked on rebuilding your connection. The emotional distance was replaced with renewed closeness and understanding. One evening, as you both relaxed together, Taehyung looked at you with a soft smile. This experience has shown me how much I need you. I've realized I let my anger control me. You intertwined your fingers with his, feeling a deep sense of relief. And I've learned the importance of clear communication. No more dares like that. Taehyung chuckled softly, pulling you closer. Agreed. Let's just focus on being together. Camera zoom out.